Hello riders and not. Today on the block is Moto Guzzi V7. I did Moto Guzzi review before, but I would say that was just the tip of the iceberg because I took it from the dealership for half a day and was riding just a little bit to have those, I would call it first impressions of the motorcycle, and I really loved it. But I really wanted to ride it more, to really ride it on the roads where motorcycles belong, and to have a proper feeling, to spend at least one full day clocking the miles without thinking of the mileage that I put on a speedo, which normally what happens when you take a bike from a dealership. I had this opportunity at Tenerife thanks to Easy Rider Tenerife, who has actually not just the new V7 850 but also the old model, the 750, and I had a chance to ride them both. I spent 2 days riding around Tenerife on 850 and properly feeling the bike, and also for the comparison a couple hours on 750 to compare how much the new model improved, and is it worth spending more on the upgraded 850 or is it 750 better? As you can see, the difference is not that big. Thankfully they kept the design because it is a beautiful design. I really like how V7 Stone looks. I'm 1.75 m, 5'9", and both bikes feels the same. As you can see, I can reach the ground with both feet. You see that I feel the same on both bikes when they are standing still. Easy to pick up, they are not heavy, and everything is quite comfortable when you sit on it. It's a comfortable sitting position. Spent 2 days on it and didn't have any pains or cramps from riding a bike, except from carrying my gear in the heavy rucksack. That gives me a higher back pain, but that's nothing to do with the motorcycle. So the riding position on both is the same, and it feels, I would say it's perfect comfortable riding position for me, because it is slightly aggressive but not too much. I don't like when it's too upright like on the cruisers. I prefer this kind of modern naked, classic modern, retro modern. I prefer this sitting position, and that felt great. I spent 2 days on it and had no problem at all. If you are renting a bike, I really recommend that. I had a lot of fun on it. Now the differences, the main difference is definitely the improved engine. And you could feel the improvement. I could feel the improvement straight away, especially after spending all full day riding this. I jumped on that and it almost felt like it's broken. It felt so different straight away. This morning when I started just on this, it felt way better, and it's okay to ride it. But yesterday, after a full day on this, the 750 felt significantly less than this, especially the low revs. It was twitching, because you get used to that clutch release, you get used to the revs of the bike, and when you jump on the other one and do exactly the same, then you can feel the difference. And it is great that I could compare them on exactly same day, so I could feel the difference straight away. In the braking, is no significant difference. They are both. Now I could say brakes could be better. After riding it all day yesterday and the day before yesterday, especially yesterday when I felt a lot more confident on the twisties here and kind of knew the traffic and got used to riding on the other side and got used to the mountain roads. I wish that the brakes are sharp on this. I had a few moments when I was thinking, yeah, I would like a bike with a sharper brakes to kind of push a little bit more and enjoy the twisties a little bit more. But on the other hand, I also enjoy watching the views, not just technical riding of the motorcycle here. At the end of the day, it's not a bike designed for that. It is a bike purely for cruising, for enjoying, for urban environment. Maybe not even for that long trips, but it did great. It has a space for you to put your bags if you want to, and if I would have my Krieger, then I wouldn't even have the back pain, and I was ready to ride more and more, and I am ready to ride more and more. Just unfortunately, I have to go back to UK and I can't take any of those two, and I would happily take either, I would say. They are different in the way. Some of you might even like this more, because this feels more manual. This feels more old school, and I know that some people would prefer that. It feels a lot more manual, a lot more raw than the 850. 850 is more modernized and you could feel it, and no matter how much I like raw bikes, I prefer 850. I think that suspension is slightly improved on 850. This one feels even harder, but it might be adjustment. Is it adjustable? Don't think the front forks are adjustable, and I have to double check the rear. It might be the adjustment, or it might be because they need service because it's an older bike. I don't know, but definitely suspension on 850, at least the one I rode and at least the one I'm riding now, felt a little bit softer, but not too soft. It just felt a little bit better. I will check agility once I'll have a chance to ride it on the more open roads, not the city, which I hope so I will, because I only have an hour and a half left before I have to start packing for the airport. The clutch is heavy on that one. I could already feel how my fingers getting tired. comparing with the other one, and as you can see at the low revs it's twitching. So even from the first ride, comparing the first impressions of 850 and comparing the first impressions of this, definitely 850 would be my choice, and it's worth paying more. So when it starts flashing and you hit your revs, which you can't see, it has this power drop which the other one doesn't have. Which is a little bit annoying. So as cars on the bends, so that's spoiling it. I just found that the other one has more range within every single gear because it is a big engine. It's like riding a different bike, guys. It's similar in the vibration, but still it's like riding a different bike. For me personally, this is improved, and I like how they modernized it. They kept the looks, they kept the feeling, the vibration, but improved the engine, so it is a lot smoother, and throughout the range it goes a lot smoother comparing with that one. Maybe because I got used to the bike and I was riding it longer, or maybe it is adjusted differently, or maybe because it's been ridden longer than the one I took from the dealership. This one was better at the low range, whereas the one I took from the dealership, I was missing the power when the revs were low. Still, it likes to be revved, and if you go third gear in low revs, then it kind of wants to go faster. It wants to be revved, and I ended up riding mostly in the third and fourth gear, and only on motorway switching to the fifth and sixth gear. My first impressions of V7 wasn't false at all. Even I was riding in the UK, but today, after having it for a day in beautiful Tenerife in different weather conditions, now riding dry roads, and before riding in the fog and rain and different road surface, I fell in love with it even more. It's one of the easiest bikes to ride with a character. It has so much of character in it, but at the same time it's so easy to ride. Even today, when I didn't have the best weather, I still loved every single minute I spend on the bike and I spend riding here. It's absolutely incredible. I mean, it's literally, if it would be a holiday, it would be one of the best holidays I had, despite I got caught in the rain, and it was a moment when I was really cold. As soon as the sun went out, and even now it's not sunny, but it is warm and the road is dry. It's just lovely. It's just lovely. And I really like how much character Guzzi has.
And in the morning, when I jumped in it after in Interceptor that I was riding yesterday, it felt a bit rough comparing. Interceptor is a lot smoother, but within a day I started enjoying that so much. It's just it's a fun bike to ride. It's definitely like the best definition to it. It's a little hooligan with a hell lot of a character. Still rides like a modern bike, and you even get traction control.
So if you will ask me, is it worth spending more and getting 850 over 750? I personally would say it's worth it, but it might not be for everyone. If you are looking for an old school, more manual, even more raw than 850, then 750 can be a bike for you, and you might even choose that. Thanks to Easy Ride Tenerife for giving me this opportunity to test ride both bikes in the sunshine on the most beautiful roads. And thanks to you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Probably in cold in Essex again.